From $3 million a year to zero. That's the funding crisis facing Springfield after the state pulled the plug on casino mitigation money. Welcome to Western Mass News at 4 on this Thursday. I'm Chris Pisano.
And I'm Amanda Martin Ryan. If you've enjoyed the improvements downtown or felt safer with the increased police patrols, those changes could disappear. Western Mass News reporter Reagan Lockery joins us live in studio with how this impacts your daily life. Reagan.
Yeah, Amanda and Chris, for 7 years, Springfield has counted on casino money to transform the city. Now, $3 million a year that built Court Square, paid for police details at events such as Star Sprinkled Springfield, and hired more police and fixed neighborhood parks. And recently, city leaders learned that money pipeline has been shut off completely. Now, today's Gaming Commission meeting, officials praised Springfield's downtown transformation. Mayor Dominic Sarno has turned Court Square from an eyesore into a community gathering place. But without casino mitigation funds, those improvements could stop. Now, the money has paid for everything from pothole repairs to police overtime, from park renovations to economic development projects that brought new businesses downtown. And although the Massachusetts Gaming Commission seems to see the need for the funds, unfortunately, the Massachusetts legislature does not.
We used a lot of that money to leverage and bring in more money and also city money for infrastructure projects, police, fire, Court Square, economic development projects. You name it, we've done it. We're very now. So the powers that be on Beacon Hill have decided they changed the playing field and they decided to take that money away. And obviously, I'm very disappointed and upset by that. And I hope they relook at it, especially for direct host cities.
Now, here's how quickly things changed. $3 million became $1.4 million, then $360,000, and now zero in just 3 years. Springfield lost its financial lifeline, and the mayor's office confirms no casino money is coming in 2026 or 2027. Now, for nearly a decade, casino money has been a game changer for local communities. $57 million since 2015 statewide. And when MGM Springfield came to town in 2018, local cities such as Springfield, Holyoke, Chicopee, and West Springfield all started to get a piece of the pie. Then in 2024, the legislature changed the rules. Instead of helping local cities, the money now funds statewide priorities. Now, it's a reminder that when the state changes the rules, local communities pay the price. And Springfield built its downtown revival on casino money, and now it must find another way forward. Now, coming up tonight at 6, we'll have more on the impacts this will have on local cities and towns. Reporting live in studio, Reagan Lockery for Western Mass News.